On a cold, stormy night, Mr. White and his son Herbert sat by the fire while Mrs. White knitted nearby. They were visited by an old friend, Sergeant Major Morris, who had spent 20 years traveling the world with the army. During their conversation, Morris pulled a mummified monkey's paw from his pocket, explaining that an old fakir in India had placed a spell on it to prove that fate ruled people's lives. The paw granted 3 separate men 3 wishes each, but Morris warned that those who interfered with fate would do so to their great sorrow. He even admitted that the previous owner's 3rd wish had been for death. Disturbed by the dark energy of the object, Morris threw the paw into the fire, but Mr. White, gripped by curiosity, quickly rescued it. Despite the sergeant's grave warnings to let it burn, Mr. White decided to keep the talisman for himself. Thinking of a light-hearted way to test the paw's power, Mr. White wished for £200 to pay off the mortgage on their house. As he spoke the wish, he cried out in shock, claiming the paw twisted in his hand like a snake. The family laughed it off as a trick of the mind and went to bed, feeling a bit foolish for believing in magic. However, the next day, a somber representative from a large factory arrived at their door. He brought devastating news. Their son, Herbert, had been killed in a horrific machinery accident. The man explained that the company felt no legal responsibility, but wanted to give the parents a sympathetic payment for their loss. The amount they handed over was exactly £200. The Whites were paralyzed with grief, realizing that their wish had come true, but at the cost of their only son's life. A week later, consumed by a mother's desperate sorrow, Mrs. White demanded that her husband use the 2nd wish to bring Herbert back from the dead. Though Mr. White was terrified, remembering that his son had been badly mangled and dead for days, he gave in to her pleas. He held the paw and wished for his son to live again. For a long time, there was only silence, but then a soft, rhythmic knock echoed at the front door. As the knocking grew louder and more frantic, Mrs. White rushed to the door, convinced it was her son, while Mr. White stood frozen in horror, fearing what kind of ghastly walking corpse might be standing on the other side. Just as his wife fumbled with the heavy bolt to open the door, Mr. White found the paw and made his final desperate wish. The knocking stopped instantly. When Mrs. White finally opened the door, she wailed in disappointment. The street was empty, and there was nothing but the cold, flickering light of a street lamp shining on a quiet, deserted road.